DIY. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to turn a rusty looking stool into something fancy. So this stool here is a stool that I bought from Carson's because you know they're going out of business. I got it for 10 bucks. What? 10 bucks. So let's jump right into it. So basically right here I'm like prepping the table, getting everything organized before I start spraying stuff everywhere. So first what you're gonna do is just start drenching the stool in like gray metallic spray paint because we want to get it nice looking and just cover up all the damages inside of the stool and on the outside because we want it to look nice. So I'm basically just gonna drench the whole stool in that. Make it look like it's wet. Okay, so here is a moment where Bianca knew that she fucked up. So I basically wasted my time with this paint because it didn't get me nowhere. It just scratched up the legs of the stool. So just gonna pack that up and move it to the left, to the left. Ooh, one finger on them. Okay, so right here, I'm just going to spray down the stool again with some of the tan spray paint that I mixed in with the gray, just to give it like a rustic look. I was just going for something different. I didn't want to just use gray on the whole stool, so I mixed the two together. And it came out pretty well. You're going to see at the end of the video. Okay, we might be getting somewhere. Okay, so right here, I just started going a little lunaticish. If that's a word, it's not a word. I just made it up. Well, who cares? I just started spraying both of the sprays at the same time. I wanted them to kind of melt in together with each other, if that makes sense. Like, I'm going to do a close up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. As you can see there, like, what I mean by melting in together. I just wanted, like, a little bit of imprint with the tan spray paint just to add some definition to the gray. And I just started to get a little carried away. Okay, so right here, I actually used a beer bottle top to scratch the tag imprint off from Carson's. It was like taking forever and a day to get this off. So I'm like putting in work trying to get that off. And then me being a dummy, I sprayed over it. Sometimes I could just be so backwards. So like, really, Bianca? I mean, but at the end I got it off. Excuse my buttocks. Now we are moving to the specialties. So I'm going to take some white paint and a small paintbrush to do like some designs on the stool. I found that like you have to use a watery paint to actually get it to show up good on the plastic wood that is on the stool. So I didn't do too many like designs. I just did some small imprints just to add some fab to it because you know I'm an extra person. So okay, so this is the final look of how the store came out after I added the two spray paints and some of the specialty designs with the smaller paintbrush. I like how it came out. It's like a rustic and vintage look. I just can't wait to add on the fur. I feel like it's gonna look so nice. Okay, so here is where I started to size the seat up. So basically, I just took a pair of scissors and I just started cutting the fabric and started to like pluck the staples out. Here is where I started to get lazy. I just took a knife and just started plucking all of the staples out. And then it just got to a point where the staples wasn't coming out. So then I had to revert to the second option, which is just cut all the fabric off the seat. So here is where I was talking about. I started to use the scissors to basically cut off the top of the fabric. So I started from the top of the stool seat and then I just followed it all the way to behind the seat. Just ignore my face here. My dog is just acting really spoiled. I was like about to knock him out. Okay, so here is the fun part. Once you get all of the old ugly fabric off the stool seat, you can just go in with your fur fabric, which is what I have here. I actually got this rug from Walmart for $20. So, what you're gonna do first is just kind of size it up with the seat. Make sure everything is just like fitting properly. So, this is like the part that took the longest, in my opinion. So after I got the fabric to where I felt like it fit the seat properly, I went in with my scissors and I started to cut it. I freehanded it because you know you can kind of eyeball where you need to cut your fabric. Okay, so this is where I started to go in with my staple gun. So you just want to make sure that when you are using your staple gun with this kind of, rug and fabric mixed together that you hold it because I let it go a few times and it ended up taking longer than I expected. Okay, so here is Lola. She came out better than I expected. So actually, I had to go in and just fiddle with it to make sure, it fits inside of the stool. I had to chop off a few pieces. Child, it took me a minute, but we got. Okay, so when I finally got everything fitted, I had to sit my fat self on it. And then this was the outcome. Look at Lola. She's so cute. This was my first project and it came out great. Remember to like and subscribe my video and stay tuned for more.